Hello, everyone. Welcome to the press conference for Africa United, and please welcome the cast and the director, Debs Gardner-Paterson. If we could just start off, guys, with you introducing yourselves and your character names, starting from here, then going down to Debs at the end, who's going to tell us about the inspiration for Africa United.
My name's Roger Nsengiumva, and I play Fabrice in Africa United.
My name's Sanyu Janita Kintu, and I play Beatrice in Africa United.
If Dusenge, I play Foreman George in Africa United.
My name's Sherry Silva, and I play Celeste in Africa United.
My name is Arianda Ambaze, and I play Dudu in Africa United.
I feel like I should follow the tradition and say my name is Debs Gardner-Paterson, and I directed Africa United. The genesis of the project was, it actually came from Rwanda. Some Rwandan filmmakers that I'd worked with on a short previously got in touch with myself and the producers and the screenwriter beginning of last year, so about January 2009, saying they had an idea. Eric Kabera, who's one of our producers, said, I had an idea. What about a film where some kids walk from Rwanda to the South African World Cup? And all four of us here in the UK were immediately kind of sold and felt there was a potential for a different kind of African film, something that captured the spirit of the moment, as well as just a family film that was dealt with Africa in a different way. So that's where it started, and 20 months later, here we are. So it's been a slightly epically quick process. But yeah.
Excellent. Over here on the left.
Okay, well, casting, we cast in London, South Africa, Joburg and Cape Town, Rwanda, Burundi and Kenya and Uganda. So we looked really, really hard to find the kids. We got the go-ahead to start with casting, I think, September last year. And obviously we're due to start in February filming, so the pressure was on to find the kids, because obviously the film wouldn't fly without. This one, Sherry, we found in the very first audition in London with the Rwandan diaspora community. The embassy put a notice out saying if you're a Rwandan kid around this age and want to act, come along to this audition, and Sherry came to the first one. So we found our Celeste, and these guys, Eria and Sanyu and Eve, we found in Uganda. Even though Eve is Rwandan, we found you guys at schools in Uganda, didn't we? And Roger, we only found right at the last minute. We couldn't find our Fabrice, and we were getting closer and closer to production. And then at Christmas, our principal start date was February 8th. And at Christmas, one of our producers was on holiday at his in-laws and read a newspaper clipping about this Rwandan kid that was living in Norwich and had tried out for Norwich FC. So on Boxing Day, I got on the train and went to meet him. His mum, I think, thinking it was a hoax. And then we found our Fabrice, so we were good to go.
So, Roger, what did you feel when your mum got that phone call?
Well, I was only really excited when I got the phone call to go to South Africa. When I got the phone call for the audition, I think I just went in my room and just carried on doing what I was doing. But I was insanely excited when I got the phone call for the go-ahead to go to South Africa, because Debs actually on my first audition showed me pictures of Dudu and Eria and Sherry and Eves and Sanyu, and I said, I really want to meet those guys. So yeah, I just acted how they really wanted for Fabrice to be, and then hoped that I'd meet these guys, and I did. So. And I had a great experience as well, so it was really good fun.
Hi, I really enjoyed the film. I'd like to say that. It was very early in the morning. A couple of quick questions. One is, you're clearly associated with comic relief because of the BBC's involvement. But can you talk a bit about what's actually going to happen in regard to the movie and comic relief, other than the financial side? If you're going to be appearing on the show and so on. And also, have you had any feedback from FIFA?
We have had feedback from FIFA. It was obviously a big part of the thing was getting their blessing to have the kids go to the World Cup in the first place. and somebody from FIFA visited the set when we were shooting. Do you remember that? And brought you guys loads of goodies. And they really love it. They're writing it up in the FIFA magazine, and we were able to shoot at Soccer City for real and all the rest. So that was great to get their support in that way. Comic Relief, it was absolutely through BBC Films, and Richard Curtis was really supportive in helping to put that together, which is fantastic. And amazingly, the exec producers and the financiers of the film have all agreed and rewritten their contracts so that if we get to net, 25% of net can go to charity, which is dead exciting. So Comic Relief are managing a fund which can then go off in different directions, which means nothing's being wasted on admin and people who don't know what they're doing trying to do things. And their hope very much is that the kids will be involved in Red Nose Day 2011. So I think they've got another thing called See Africa Differently, which we kind of fit right into. So that's the hope with that.
Rob?
Can I ask Debs how much of a challenge it was to strike a balance between some of the more difficult issues and keeping it family friendly, and then for each of the young actors, which scenes they enjoy filming the most and which they found the most challenging to do?
It really was a balance because we wanted to tell a different kind of African story, and we wanted to be touching on issues but in a family friendly way. So getting the balance right there, because you're not supposed to do it, was a tricky one, and we went around different stuff and we played it overly heavy sometimes, and in preparing to try and get the balance right. So I hope on an audience level it feels like it's touching some stuff that people are enjoying. Right, that's a very illiterate sentence, isn't it? Anyway, I hope that it's touching things that people can relate to and want to engage with. My belief is that kids are incredibly emotionally intelligent and have a very, big understanding of what's going on in the world, and, are aware of things. And rather than avoid them and leave them over to one side, would much rather be able to engage and on a heart level as well as on a head level. So that's, it was our intention to do that. But yeah. How about for you guys dealing with tough stuff as well as fun stuff?
My best part in the movie was when I'm in the hospital. I'm sick, but these guys are making me even sicker. Saying that I should get out of the team. And I tell them, 13 years, I can't get out of this team. What come may.
Yeah, no, you act as the manager, don't you?
Yeah, I am, but Fabrice wants to take me off. And then I tell him, it's not about you, it's not about me. It's all of us. We are a Team Africa United. That's my best part. I'm sad.
Did you find it hard to act the tough bits?
I found it hard because I wasn't really sick, but I had to be sick.
So did you like the funny bits better?
Yeah, of course, why not?
What about you, Sherry?
Yeah.
My favourite part to act was when we were sitting on the back of a truck. We were sitting on the back of a truck, and the truck, basically, Dudu had just fainted, I think, and we had to carry him on, and then the truck was driving quite fast. We had to just keep doing that part over and over again, but it was really exciting because of all the bumpy roads and the jokes on the way. And the hardest part for me was when I was working in the bar, because I had to act like I liked my job so that I wouldn't get fired, but then at the same time I had to act like I didn't like my job, so I had to put both of those feelings across to the viewer, and at the same time try and carry bottles and not tip them over. Yeah.
I think all parts were favorite because, like, every day we were excited about the new day on set. So I think all parts. It was very good. Yeah.
What about with Foreman George's history? Did you find that?
With Foreman George, I think my favorite part was the fighting scene, because I like action movies, and actually taking part of the action scene